So with the Galaxy S27 Ultra, we're about to witness one of the funniest smartphone design controversies ever, because Samsung's next Ultra and Apple's next iPhone could end up looking almost identical. Let me explain. What's up, guys? Mr. Phonova here. So first up, we know the S27 Ultra is getting a new design, and this horizontal camera bar is what a lot of people online believe it's going to look like. But just to be clear, this isn't based on leaked CAD renders that accurately depict the final design. It's simply the internet's interpretation of what the phone could look like if the rumors about Samsung switching to a horizontal camera layout turn out to be true. Now, if Samsung actually goes with this design, then things are about to get really funny. Bloomberg has just reported that Apple is adding a second rear camera to the iPhone Air 2, and this is most likely what the phone will look like. Put these two side by side, and they look almost identical, apart from the number of cameras. Sure, the iPhone Air 2 is expected to launch in March or April next year, while Samsung will almost certainly unveil the S27 Ultra in February. So technically, Samsung can say they have the design first, but it will still be hilarious and honestly a little embarrassing if the flagship phones from these two biggest rivals end up looking nearly the same. That's exactly why I don't think this is the final design. Samsung knows, or at least I hope they know, the kind of comparisons this would invite. I just can't see them making their flagship Ultra look this similar to the iPhone. But then again, this is also the same company that loves copying everything Apple, so who knows? We'll have to wait for the actual CAD renders before jumping to any conclusions. Next up, this Korean tipster highlights 4 major changes coming to the S27 Ultra. First, he once again claims the S27 Ultra is getting a horizontal camera bar, and one of the biggest benefits is reduced camera wobble. If you're someone who uses your phone while it's laying flat on a desk, you know the struggle. Phones like the S26 Ultra and the Z Fold 7 wobble like crazy. With a horizontal camera bar, the phone should sit much more stable. It will also have a slight tilt because of the bar's thickness, making it more comfortable to use on a flat surface. Second, and this one's interesting, he says the new design finally allows Samsung to include built-in magnets inside the phone, while also improving the alignment of third-party magnetic accessories. As far as I know, the reason Samsung hasn't included built-in magnets on the S26 Ultra is because strong magnetic fields interfere with the S Pen. So I'm not entirely convinced by this claim yet. But what I do believe is that a horizontal camera bar would let magnetic accessories align much better without getting blocked by the camera module. Third, he says the dedicated 3x telephoto camera is confirmed to be gone. Combined with the new horizontal camera bar, this frees up enough internal space for Samsung to fit in a bigger battery. How much bigger? We don't know that yet. And finally, he claims Samsung has improved the 5x telephoto camera so much that taking photos at 3x magnification with the 5x lens produces better, or as he puts it, more realistic results than a dedicated 3x camera. Honestly, this doesn't really make any sense. A 5x lens can't physically capture a 3x optical photo. If Samsung removes the 3x camera, then 3x zoom would most likely come from the main 200MP sensor through cropping, not from the 5x telephoto lens. So this would simply be a translation error, since the original post was in Korean. So I'd ignore this part for now. Next up, it looks like the base Galaxy S27 may not bring any significant upgrades at all. The same tipster says it will use the exact same display and the same cameras as the S26. According to him, there's been no meaningful development activity within Samsung's supply chain to suggest major improvements in either area. If that's true, the S27 will mark 6 straight years of Samsung shipping essentially the same camera hardware on its base flagship. That's honestly getting ridiculous. At this point, it's hard to justify calling it a new generation when one of the most important parts of the phone hasn't meaningfully changed in over half a decade. There have also been rumors that Samsung could use PEO displays for the base S27, and those rumors now appear to have some credibility. South Korean media reports that Samsung's mobile chief will visit PEO's headquarters in China later this month to make a final decision. Next, a price hike for the Galaxy S27 Ultra is starting to look almost inevitable. Tim Cook recently told the Wall Street Journal that Apple will be raising prices for its upcoming products, including the iPhone 18 Pro lineup. Apple has been absorbing higher component costs for a while now, but according to Cook, that simply isn't sustainable anymore. For example, the memory and storage component inside the iPhone 17 Pro reportedly cost Apple around $50, but for the iPhone 18 Pro, that figure has jumped to roughly $200. That's a staggering 400% increase in just 1 year, and the same logic applies to Samsung. If Apple raises prices, Samsung has far less pressure to hold the line. They've also been absorbing rising component costs, so it's becoming increasingly likely that the S27 Ultra, the S27 Pro, and even the Z Fold 8 lineup will all see price increases. Speaking of foldables, Samsung may already have an Ultra problem with the Z Fold 8 Ultra. We want you to stay with us by subscribing and share your valuable feedback through comments. See you in the next video.